Where the fuck is my thing? Hold on. Okay, there it goes. Jeez. Whew. Where the fuck is it? Come on. Ugh. Let's see. There it is. I have no idea where the fuck it went. Okay. This is just going to be one of those days, I guess. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We've been working on stuff for my next chapter of my comic. Like choosing a color palette, all that good stuff. But before we start, let's do some hand stretches, as normal. Holding my hand down, pulling back, doing the one on the top left. Pulling back with my fingers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, flip your arm the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Balled fist aimed down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can actually feel that one in my wrist a lot. Okay. Alright. Hand against the desk. Downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're moving our thumb out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. A little extra flexibility there. Okay. Now put it in a praying motion. Push downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then we shake it out. Alright. I feel like my wrist needs to pop a bit. I'm just going to double check our audio settings here. Cool. The audio settings are good. They seem to be doing their thing. Alright, we can make that disappear now. Cool. Now we're working on design stuff for the most part today. So we're choosing a color palette, which I think I'm going to use this bird, this dodo picture, to kind of use as a color palette. The other thing we're going to do is work on some like basic design elements. Let's see. Chapter 5. What do we already have in there? I think this one must be the actual one. Yes, it is. Cool. I think that was a practiced version. Sorry if you're hearing a lot of background noise. There's a lot going on in this apartment complex today. Okay. We're going to steal this. It's going to go there. Wait a minute, is this not it? No, I guess not. This one doesn't look right. Maybe it's even. Ah, this is not the right one. Okay, I see. Because that there's that big thin line. Sorry, I know I'm spending a lot of time on this. I need to delete that. Okay. A couple things we're going to need right off the bat. We're going to need a new teaser image. Because we've been using this one for a while. It's not very big. The size seems to work for me, but I think I want to make it a little bit more square. I actually like the idea of that 2048 by 1500. So let's... 2048. This thing usually kind of does like whatever. Okay. Canvas. Crop and resize, that's what it's doing. 1500. There. It's a little square, but it gives us a little bit to work with. We're going to use that as the teaser. And what that is for like doodles and stuff like that. We're going to use that in a minute to kind of do some basic stuff, to do some practice coloring. I'm going to take a drink of water. Ah, that's a good water bottle. I got a free Yeti tumbler the other day. Loving it. Okay, we are doing a thing. Chapter 5. Chapter 5. Oh, gosh. Yawning. I don't need to be yawning. Okay. We need to take this as well. You know what? We're taking both of these. This one and this one. Oh, whoops. Okay, cool. The reason why I'm bringing this one in here, this one's going to be important. We're looking at a specific kind of gun that we're going to be using in Chapter 5. And I'm bringing our doodle, our doodle page over here. We introduced a new layer of doodles. Okay. So we got our teaser. We're going to ignore those two. We've got our template down. There's some additions I want to do to the templates, though. So there's one thing that I always have to do when I'm doing a page that's kind of annoying. Is I always have to fill in like background color stuff. Whew, God. Okay. But I think I can circumvent some of that. What do I want to work on first? I'm going to move you over. Cool. Should work on... I don't know if I want to create a new logo. I think I do. Okay. concentrate. We're going to start with the template. We're going to make some additions to the template. You see, at the moment we have it where I can just duplicate layers and stuff like that, but I don't know if I just want to like automatically add. That's a 2-panel thing, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. 2-panel, 1-panel, 4-panel. I think we could delete that. I don't know. Do we need that? I don't think we need that. I think we can get rid of that. I think we only need these 3. Because usually when I'm drawing, when I'm planning out these panels, I only do like a maximum of 4. And if I got the 3 there, I can move that one any way I want. Herein lies an issue, though. Okay. So what I want to do is have it where I don't have to think about okay. So what currently happens, and I'll just illustrate it. When I'm filling in a panel, oops, sorry, wrong layer. You see along the edges, there's this little bit of extra thing. So generally what I end up doing is just like tracing out the outline of it, but I want to get that done like way ahead of time. So I think what I want to do is double the amount of layers. Duplicate that. Duplicate that. Duplicate that. And we'll have like an upper and a lower level. You get it? We'll put them in order. Okay, you're going up there. Okay, we'll start with you. That way we only have to do this once, ever. Here's a question though, what color do I want to go with? What if I go with that radioactive orange I always use? Like this safety orange. A little bit lighter than that, I think. Like that. I can see the contrast pretty well. But now what I can go do, the idea is that I won't have to do this like a million times. I don't know if it's actually going to save me any time. But I'm willing to take the gamble. You can consider this like the great experiment to find out if it is going to save me any time. The only downside is if I fuck this up, it's fucked up for everything, you know? Hang on, I think I see a spot I missed. There we go. How do the corners look? Look fine. I don't see any straight pixels. Cool. Now to do the same thing over again. Hopefully the hard part's just going to be all the matching afterwards. You'll see what I mean. It might take a little bit more time to do a layout, but it'll save me time on coloring, I hope. So what I can do, I'll show you real quick. See? And then I can just fill it in the background color. I don't have to worry about, like, all this other junk. That's the plan. Go back to our orange color, please. It doubles the amount of layers I have in my template, which means the template's going to be a little bit heavier memory-wise, but I think it'll be worth it. And it's not that many layers, you know? 3 layers versus 6 layers, that's not too bad. Do I want to listen to this music? It feels kind of sad. We'll finish this panel, then we'll switch music. Why is there always a stray pixel there? There's construction going on outside. It's a lot better than when they were working on the roof, anyway. When they were working on the roof, I was across the room waiting on some, like a video to finish processing. And while I'm sitting there, somebody slams something down on the roof, and it creates such a vibration throughout the entire apartment that my computer wakes out of sleep mode. It's pretty impressive. Alright. Let's change this playlist. Let's switch to something a little bit more energetic. No, not that one. There we go. This is my Survival Metroidvania playlist. Alright, friends, last one. The big one. That's not what I want. Okay, cool. I wish the fill line in this program wasn't so... fill tool in this program wasn't so touchy. You see that same dead pixel that I always see in the 4th panel? Doesn't exist here. It would be like, or like in the middle here. I wonder how I keep doing that every time. Must be an artifact of how I draw. I think that takes care of it. Do you want to see what it looks like without the overlines? Could be worse, but you can see where I've cut into the lines a little bit. It's not bad for a template, huh? What else do we need? I don't think we need anything else for the template. I think it's fine. I'm trying to imagine what I want to do for the teaser. Let's sketch it out. I think I'm gonna do like, it makes sense to do logo over here, and I kind of want to do like dates. You know, right? I'm gonna leave this as like an overlay, and then we can do stuff back in the back. I don't know if I want to do a border like last time. I might do like a simple border. It was red last time, but I might aim for like a dark gray. But a small one, a thin one. Nothing huge. Hang on, I want to steal that color. Well, pace. We're gonna use you in a minute. I want that gray. Okay. Oh. Alright. Let's see if I can get this properly. Invert. Cool. You get it? Small little border, right? What if we all do it in this kind of grayish black color? What is the font I use? Huh. That's the font. Snell Roundhand. Does it need more? It might need more. I think the actual logo has like a little a thingamabob over here. That looks pretty plain to me. I think maybe switching up the colors might help. Not a pure white, but like an off-white here. Like a yellowish white. I don't know. I'm not totally sold yet. You know what I need? I need to borrow this. I need to know what it looks like, you know? I think I need more to this. I think this needs to be bigger. I don't think that'll be enough. This is just a sample. You see what I mean? It looks too plain. Let's go get the actual logo, shall we? I don't really want the full-size one. I want that one. No, wait, this is the wrong chapter. I want this one. My hands are so freaking cold, man. I'm dying in here. Why is it like 67 feels like so fucking cold? In truth, it's not that freaking cold. I think we can get rid of that. I maybe don't like so much how big it is. And if I'm wanting to get people's attention, I think maybe... I think it's going to be like an alternate color like that. But I'm not totally sold on this either. I think this needs to be changed. A lot of stuff got cut off. I don't think that would be bad. I don't know. I'm making some very sweeping decisions here. See, that gives us a little more room. I don't hate that. That does give us a little bit more preview room to work with. We'll redo it in a minute, but... Alright, I think I like some elements of this. Alright, hold on. I want to see what it looks like if I try to copy... It's like a pale... like that. What is it missing? Some of these font styles are just atrocious. need to think about this more. Okay, what else do we need to do? We need to create some work on the color palette. I think we're going to borrow her again. Sorry, I forgot to leave that template one. You know what other thing we need to bring over? We need paper texture. Yeah, paper texture. That's the other thing we gotta add to the template. Not this exact second, because I have to go through my files and I don't want to expose myself too much, you know? I wonder if we can just extract the line art here. Let's see, automatic. Let's really lower that selection threshold. Nope. Yo! Hello. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. We are working on some elements for chapter 5 right now. Trying to isolate just the line art for this. There we go. Copy and paste. Nope. We love the giant glasses. What can I say? She's a gigantic nerd. Yeah, I'm spending too much time on this. Okay. We are creating a new color palette. Create new palette. Cool. I'm doing all right. It's been a very busy week. We're trying not to be stressed out. How about yourself? Retaking these images for color. Yeah, I mean, I heard the job market isn't exactly the best right now. I mean, you apply for like 20 jobs, you maybe hear back from one. I wish there was like a little bit of a societal obligation for companies to actually respond back to it, to, you know, inquiries like that. Instead, like 90% of the time, you just never hear from them. My current job was so slow getting back to me, I thought I didn't get it. There we go. We're taking some very specific colors here. That's where I'm at right now. Second interview, but the process has been slow. Yeah. I don't know where I originally found this dodo from. It's just a reference image that I picked up forever ago, specifically because I like the color palette. That's kind of the inspiration for the color palette for this next chapter. We're also going to steal a few elements from the background. We're mainly aiming for like a sepia tones. Because the last chapter, like, I spent, it was mostly, I don't know, it's mostly black and white, I guess. Yeah, it's mostly black and white, not a lot of sepia tones. So I want to aim more for a sepia tone this time. I'm not totally sold on all the colors I want to pick yet. Basically just 3 colors there. Let's see. Colors in the palette. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these palettes usually hold up to 30. But I think I usually just kind of in the past really what I've done is use this program has a way to generate a palette from a photo, and I've just inserted a photo. It's created a whole palette out of it, but I want to be more selective this time. I don't think we're gonna have. We need kind of like a. I need the color wheel. Thank you. I need a red. But I need more like, it's like a brownish red. I think that might be the right color. We'll use that one for now. We gotta work on like there's a couple elements of like important things that are happening in this chapter. I don't like my teaser thumbnail yet, but it's getting there. So this is an item that will be important. It's a break open revolver. But I haven't quite decided on the design of it quite yet. It's all very kind of hazy at the moment. I don't know, designing guns has never been my forte, I don't think. But I want the color palette for it to be mostly grays and this this color. Yeah, man. I mean, guns are hard. I don't know if this is the color I want yet. It is kind of nice. Yeah, see, this is why I keep so many references. I'm actually, so this is designed after like a specific break open revolver that actually exists. Well, this is kind of like a variant of it, I would suppose. There's some definite changes to it, but I've got a 3D printer, and I actually found a 3D model of this specific gun, and I'm thinking of just printing one out so I can have one as a reference. It's hard though. I mean, especially with like guns and cars. Yeah, that's the other thing is like normally if I wanted something like with super good quality, I would go and use the printer at the lab, but I don't want to print a fake gun on the lab's printer. I mean, I'm sure the lab members wouldn't mind. It would just feel terrible. I would feel like I'm doing something illegal. I could print it on mine. It's just going to take a lot of effort on my part. But yeah, you can kind of get the idea. What I want is like the stock is going to be kind of like this reddish color, and the other main color is going to be this like a dark steelish color. Oh dang it, I'm on the wrong layer. Mostly steel and maybe some light silver. You kind of get the idea. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. With guns and cars, there's a lot of technical details that go into it, and it's hard for me to do it without feel like I'm fudging it. You also got to work how to, like, break things down. I don't know. I don't have to have the design totally settled, but I think this color palette's gonna work. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. Just kind of designing certain elements of it. There's another important thing that I have to draw for this specific chapter. I gotta design an old man. Let's see. This old man's named Otto. Kind of scrawny. Oh, I need a reference image for this. Here's my computer. What is that character's name? Okay. What we want Kind of workshopping old man stuff. Kind of want him a little bit balding. I had I had a sketchbook where I had a design, so like a basics of a design. I gotta find that sketchbook. Is that it? There's no way that that's the sketchbook. Oh, it is. Ha! Within arm's reach. Go me. Looking for an old man. I swear I drew him in here. Ah, you got it. Well, I'm not seeing him in here. I swear I drew him at some point. I wonder what that is. Yeah, I had a thing for him. I don't know where it went. I didn't do it in a previous chapter, I don't think. No, not seeing it. No, I don't think he's in this chapter. I could work on outfits for the next chapter as well. It's definitely not in here, right? Yeah, good. All right, working on it. Okay, what are we doing? Color palette, right. Let's do a test, shall we? We are gonna grab that. We're gonna sketch out some quick clothes for everybody. We're just gonna use a basic template. All right, we got our mannequin. She's wearing more casual wear this chapter. What I really need... Hold on. I really wish my brain was so scatterbrained this time. Okay, she's wearing her, like, normal, not the normal, but, in the previous chapter, she had, like, this, I don't know, what do you call it, like, overalls? Maybe you wouldn't call it overalls, jumpsuit. Yeah. She had this. In this next chapter, she's got a new one. But she's kind of rolled it down and then tied it around herself. Let's duplicate. Yeah. Cool. What should Evelyn be wearing? Let's change her hairstyle this time. Instead of down like she usually does, she has it tied up today. And I had some choices for, like, clothing design, didn't I? Maybe elsewhere. Gotta go to my references on my phone. Clothing, there we go. I think, okay. Yeah. I say very sweatery tip this time. And she's graduated to pants. I would imagine she also has, she started wearing, like, a bag, too. I'll make that part of her outfit. She's grown a little. She's not using her heavy backpack anymore. She's traveling a lot lighter. She's wearing pants instead of the dress, because last time that seemed to hold her back a little bit. Cool. Yeah, she's graduated to pants. They really don't. Not with my memory. Hopefully if it's on her, she can't accidentally disappear in one panel. If I'm gonna, like, I need... I can't get it quite right like I want. Hang on. I'm trying to get, like, decrepit old man, you know? I mean, he's not that decrepit, but you know. Big wrinkles. Hmm. Yeah, I think the high-waisted pants are like the actual thing. I actually plan on making him look like a little bit more unhinged. Let's see if I can find an old man pose. A little Smeagol like. Yeah, well, I mean, without hair, everybody kind of looks a little gremlin-y. Maybe I'm heading in the right direction. That's pretty close to what I want. Hold on. I need him to be looking like slightly unhinged. You know, like biggish hair, but also balding on top. I don't know how, like, I want... Probably some facial hair, right? I don't know. I feel like I've saved some references that would be helpful here, but I can't look them up. Yeah, that's a good one, actually. He's kind of got, like... Make his eyebrows a little Wilder. I don't know, you thinking facial hair or no? His hair is gonna be disheveled then probably. Yeah, I'm thinking like there's like an old skinny man in like a bathrobe and like just boxers, you know? And just the world's skinniest legs. Hang on, let's erase this bit. Oop, forgot I was on automatic. Freehand, please. Sorry, I got references open. I need like a good... Now you got it. Ah, water. Hang on. $714 gold. Overflowing. Gonna catch up with her. Yeah, not like that. Oh, I got a freaking mannequin over here. I could just... Every time I have problems with poses, I can't find the exact ref I'm looking for. I'm like, if only I had a mannequin here. Okay, let's... Let's use that. Yeah, that almost worked. Hmm. Made it look like 100 years old. I kind of like. I kind of like this skinnier, slightly more unhinged version. Trying to think of what he would have looked like when he was younger. Yeah, he's not so much the sweet old man, such as a cranky one. I would say more sassy than anything. He's like in his 70s ish. Kind of skinny. Stain on his shirt. Very sassy grandpa. He's like an eccentric inventor that lives out in the countryside, barely even sees anyone. Spent his whole life making stuff. I like the idea of him having like a small little cane. Trying to think of what he might look like when he was younger. Something like that, anyway. I don't know. I'm not doing too good on figure drawing today. That's a good enough place to start, though. We're gonna I get a decent idea about Otto. We got them. Rothschild's gonna be in there again. Let's play with this color palette a minute. I know what I can do. Let's pick... Where's my line layer? There it is. Cool. That's what I want. Let's see. I want this to be like the base color. Okay, cool. Now we play around with it. Try to use limited tones, I think. I think it's going to turn out good. Gotta use that for darker tones. If we really want to go darker than that, we can use one of these grays. You get the idea. So we do her in a slightly lighter. No, I don't think that's gonna work. I actually kind of like that as is. Just like too simple, like a few colors is actually doing a lot. If we take that and then it's a subtle color difference. But do we like it? I kind of like it for clothes anyway. don't hate that. Might actually... I like it for, like, shirt color for certain. I'm not sure about the hair. I kind of like leaving the eyes a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe less is more with this chapter. Not like a whole lot of highlights. Maybe we'll do like a little bit. Okay. For instance. If we took this, we'll add another layer. And then we're going to use this white. We're going to go to our soft blend brush. And then we're going to go to that. I don't know, can you see the vision? Like a little bit of a gradient. Like she's still one color, but adding like a little bit of gradient maybe adds a little bit to it. I don't hate that idea. We need an example of like a dark place though. Hold on. Let me get something from... that's in a dark area. What, the gradient? Yeah, it's very subtle. And maybe because I'm closer to it. I'm being too picky. Hold on. Let me just grab anything. Pig. Pig will be my anything. Alright. Pulled out my own headphones. All right, Piggy. Let's see. That might be too much. We might have to have a step in between those two grays. There we go. Guide us home, Piggy. I think maybe like using that gray just to represent like shade in general works pretty well. We might not need more than like 3 or 4 colors. Hold on, I want to test that shading out with just the pig. See if I can make a figure stand out a little bit more. Okay. So we take this layer, we add a clipping mask to it, switch over to our soft blend brush. We're going to want something darker. Then take that and do something lighter. Now add back in see what I mean about like setting apart from the background a little bit? I think I could use that for pretty good effect. Yeah, pleasantly subtle. It's not bad. And I think if I can keep it simple like that. Because I did like, okay, so like in the previous chapter, it was grayscale, but I wasn't using the grayscale like that. Like, certain objects had like different colors. But I'm thinking maybe this time we try to avoid doing that as much as possible. And try to keep it in this like yellowish palette. I think it'll look good. I have faith. It also means I gotta be on top of my game with like shadows and junk. We could add a little extra effect like... Hang on. Where's my... Like adding extra shadow and whatnot. That might be too much. We could find a gray that's like in between these two colors though. Yeah, got another one. Ah, water. Such good water. I'm gonna save this color. Save to that one. Cool. Oh, that's right. I can move them around. That is helpful. Hang on. Move there. Cool. I like that. Cool. Okay. I think that's good enough. I do need to add a paper texture. Cancel. Import file, please. Where's all my paper textures? Forgot where I got them. Shared? No. I'll find them later. I think the secondary thing of adding... Jeez, such an annoying feature. Let's see what it looks like with the Chapter 4 paper texture added. Copy, please. I already kind of like it as is. There. Doesn't add a lot. Yeah, like 30% it does change it a lot, actually. Makes things lighter, but also there's a lot more texture to it now. I don't even know if I'm going to use this paper texture. It's not bad looking though. There, let's move pig down. Yeah, I imagine it would be. when it's full screen like that. It might be the stream a little bit. It's also like the hard contrast of just the light and the fact that like the drawing is 100% of my screen, but for your screen it's only like 70%. So there's like a little bit of translation error. There. I'm going to toggle it on and off. You can see some of the tones get lighter, and there's little splotches in the color because of it. It's not enough to change the tone of like the overall picture, but the splotches really help it, I think. I do like the paper texture. Who knows, we might even keep it for this. I think it might be too small. Oh, no, look. Doesn't look like it. Like 30%. See, what else do we need? I gotta go back to working on this. I hate it. I don't like it. Maybe if I add a little... just underneath it. That does help the comic name stand out a little bit more. Still don't know what to do about the thing though. I think one problem is I don't like the text. Like the font. That's what I used last chapter. I need references. Ugh. I gotta look at the way other people do like their update stuff. I know I saved one recently. That one's pretty simple. They do a more like this thing. Doesn't stand out very much. I think I need a more radioactive orange. It's also because of the background, I think. Coffee that real quick. Need a color palette. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I see. I'm gonna need to change that then. Let's make that invisible then. Yeah. It's not gonna be that noticeable, so we might have to go the other direction. You were determined to be orange because I kept that on. Sometimes I amaze myself. I don't really hate that. Hang on. It's kind of simple, but it works. What if we take some of that orange? I don't know if I like that. It's not plain for sure. Maybe I need that in the opposite direction, actually. Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe like a lighter gray? Hmm. Definitely not straight black. Should I start putting the page number? Something like that. Move, please. There you go. I don't know. Could just have like chapter on it, like chapter 5. Like a little smaller. Yeah, this is just a thumbnail to say that, like, I swap out the background image for like a piece of the newest page. I mean, I don't hate the look of having it, like, be the page number. Or nothing, really. I like that better than the original draft, anyway. You do kind of like the number? Okay. I kind of do too. I think it'll work great against like this color palette. Because when we take that colors from the sample that we're using, I mean, it blends well against it. So I think it'll do well. Oh, I'm going to have to redo the border. That's right. All right, hide everything. Okay. Cool. All right. Redo border. Invert. Cool. It's a little thicker at the top and the bottom than the sides, but I think that's okay. Maybe I should strive to make it even. Let's try again. Steady hand. That's not even. Nope. That's closer to even. Better. Let's delete all these extra layers. That actually doesn't look bad. Slight color difference. Delete. 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 Perfect. I can live with that for a chapter until next time. I don't know if we got anything else to work on. I could create like a solid model for this, but I think I want to get like a 3D. I want like an actual photo of the model of the gun to base it off of, or at least 3D print that one version. Because I really got to do is the real work is going to be. It's the finer details, like making the hilt look nice. And like adding like red accents. And this gun is supposed to be like a magical weapon, so it needs like engravings on it. It's really gotta make some decisions there. Where is my thing? It's not in the sketchbook, is it? No. My God, I think there's another sketchbook around here that I'm waiting for. Hang on. Hang on. Hold on. Leave the desk for a second. Oh, come on, give me my headphones back. How the hell did you get stuck? My headphones actually got stuck. Ugh. On the friggin' bookshelf. As impossible as that feels. Yes, I found this little sketchbook. This is the exact one I was looking for. It doesn't have everything that I was needing, but it does have a little bit of details on the gun, and that's actually what I was looking for. Okay. Fancy gun sketches. They aren't terribly fancy. Well, there is some extra details that I decided. I decided on like 8 cylinders. There's the cylinder comes in 2 parts. So there's the you get the idea. That's only 6, but yeah, okay. So each of the 8 are marked. And then you get the traditional, like the actual cylinder that holds like bullets and stuff like that. So this is like a setting dial that's in front of the. You can see like the setting dial there, and then the actual cylinder right there where the bullets go in. If we want 8, then we gotta do. That kind of a grouping. But the dial is like, it's like a setting dial. Hang on. Kind of a normal. I had summed it down to 6, but I think I expanded it a little bit. Okay. Two. Fire. Water. Earth. Air. 6. Light. Dark. And then the 8th setting, which I haven't really decided the name for that one yet. The basic idea is, okay, so this is something that Otto developed as like the culmination of years of his research into like paranormal defense. So he was trying to build the perfect weapon for like fighting the supernatural. So he worked on building this gun basically that incorporates a bunch of magical families together to you can just basically load bullets into it, set the dial to different elements, and it'll fire out a spell in that element. There's a whole bunch of extra stuff too, but yeah. I don't know. I feel like I gotta put a lot of thought into it because it's not even gonna show up until like the end of the chapter, but I don't. Normally, I'm drawing like two pages a week, and I feel like if I don't map out some of this now, by the time I actually get to it, I'm not gonna have enough time to do it proper, you know? But I feel like there's some elements that I know that I want. Like, I want it to be a break open revolver. I know I want the dial in front of the cylinder. I know I want, like, red accents. Kind of like a red leather or wood accents. Maybe the next step is just to find like a good gun reference and then start from there. I don't know. Gotta think about it more. So is there anything else I need to cover? Like desperately so? We've got auto. Kind of a color palette and base to do our teasers. We got our template ready and set up. I think that may be it. We may have crossed and done all the basic stuff, which I don't mind. That's a good productive day. Yeah, I mean the 8th cylinder. I know what the 8th cylinder is supposed to do. I just don't know what I want to call it. Sorry, I don't know if you said that a while ago. I just read it. I just don't have a name for it. At the moment, I've been referring to it as like the power setting, but that doesn't sound very descriptive to me. I don't know. I feel like there's a better name on the tip of my tongue. I'll think about it. But I think we can actually, we could probably end here for the day. We got a lot done. I knew that was going to take a while, but that was pretty good. Ah, you passed Madam Kitty again. She doesn't even know you're in competition with her. Wait until you're on the same stream together again. Okay. Thank you for coming. There's a thing that we started doing. So, like, Wednesdays become my, like, stream day. And we started doing this tradition where... number one, we start off with hand stretches, but also in the middle of the stream, we switch over and do like a stream doodle. That's what this is for. So we're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep doing stream doodles in the middle of streams. Kind of skipped on the middle of this one because I was already doodling the whole time. But this one's going up on YouTube. So hello, YouTube people. And if you want to catch these streams, you can watch them on Twitch, like every Wednesday, and also the last Friday of the month. If I said I had a stream schedule, nobody would believe me. But thank you all for watching on YouTube, and thank you for coming, Digitized Penguin. I will see you next time. I hope you have a great afternoon. Bye. See, I gotta leave a few seconds of black here at the back so YouTube can put those end credit things on there. That should be good. Bye now.